Good morning. It's Tuesday, January 3rd, 2012. One of the things we want to highlight in our video today is the changing investment climate for seafood companies. In one of our top stories today, Findus is struggling to meet its loan covenants. This is owned by the private equity firm Lion Capital. This company is the parent company of Young's Seafood in the UK and is the recent buyer of Cumbrian Seafoods, which is now laying off about 500 people. The issue for Findus is that they are in violation of their loan covenants at the end of the year and are scrambling to raise cash, and they're either going to have to get a relaxation of the covenants or possibly find some ways to sell off assets. We also run a story today on Pacific Andes. Pacific Andes, of course, themselves issued a glowing report on their last fiscal year about their growth in sales, but their profits fell 27% and significantly underperformed what analysts expected. We also look around at a number of other seafood companies that are owned by private equity companies based on big debt. These companies, of which American Seafoods is another example, rely on paying high bond yields to attract money to run the company. All of the seafood companies are facing higher costs this coming year, partly for raw material, partly for operating, and partly in things like the pollock industry where fishing is just less efficient, and it is getting last year was more difficult to catch fish and catch the right size of fish. So for all these reasons, we think that there's going to be a financial pressure on some of these private equity funded seafood companies if they are dependent on high yielding bonds and have to go back to the well for financing. And as we've talked about before, in the context where there is a consolidation going on, it allows the stronger finance companies who don't depend on access to the high yield credit markets to maybe pick up additional assets. So it's an important trend to watch as we start the new year. In Lexington, Mass., this is John Sackton.